My name is Bombardier, and I'm the executive director of Save One Life. This year was my first trip to Pakistan. We've been partnering with Pakistan for many years, but I've never personally been able to go. And I have to say the whole trip has been spectacular. It's been wonderful to meet such a warm, engaging community that has welcomed me so nicely. I have really felt this beautiful connection with the community, and that includes when we came to Karachi. It's been wonderful in Karachi. Although I was a little delayed getting here, we still were able to see a little bit of the city, get to know, understand the history of the area, then also visit some patients in their homes. And that always is a powerful experience for me. You know, you get to see the day-to-day challenges that families are facing, especially living with a bleeding disorder. It's hard to understand those challenges and how hemophilia amplifies, you know, challenges like living in poverty, trying to get an education. But when you're actually sitting with a family and able to ask them questions in their home and really learn how those challenges are coming into their lives, it's really important. So, you know, for me, it was amazing to hear those stories. You know, we met a family of 3 brothers that are living in a challenging situation, and you know, those cases are really hard to see. It's always hard to see, you know, your blood brother struggling, and for me, you know, it just makes me start thinking of like what else we should be doing, how else can we be helping, you know, are we doing enough? And of course the answer is always no, because there's always more to do, but it really motivates you to do more. And then the other homes that we got to visit were really inspirational to hear, you know, a young boy that was really struggling in the hospital for so many years, finally getting adequate treatment and getting to, you know, go to school and succeed, and his mother and father trying to establish a business. It was really inspirational to hear. And then we also got to visit someone that started their own business selling clothes in a market, and it was amazing to see him in his shop and how amazingly, you know, he has done setting it up and encouraging people to come to his store, and how proud he was of having something of his own, and how he was being successful. It was just something that puts a smile on my face to see that we are helping and doing something to make their lives better. But I really enjoyed those visits, and also, you know, getting to drive through the streets of Karachi with other blood brothers and get to talk about what it's like for them to live with hemophilia as well. So that was a really tremendous day. And then, you know, today was a really spectacular day visiting the treatment center here in Karachi. It's always, you know, interesting to see what the treatment landscape looks like in different countries. But walking into this treatment center was something I haven't experienced before. You know, having a standalone facility just for hemophilia that is really a comprehensive, you know, hemophilia treatment center, it was amazing to see, and how they're, you know, making sure patients are accessing the best treatment that they can have, whether it's factor or, you know, plasma or cryo, whatever's available, they're able to get it here. And it's amazing to see something that is built for this hemophilia community that is really helping, and is a place that kind of brings hope, I think, to a lot of patients with bleeding disorders. And it was also incredible to meet the entire team that works here. I feel like so many of them are directly impacted by bleeding disorders, and this is kind of like a family home that, you know, also takes care of people with bleeding disorders. It doesn't feel like a doctor's office. It doesn't feel like you know, kind of an intimidating place. It feels like a really special community, which was nice to see. And then probably the highlight of most of my trips is getting to meet all of the sponsorship beneficiaries, and though I didn't get to talk to all of them, hearing about their stories, hearing how sponsorship funds are helping them, stay in school, get a good education. I think I've spoken to a lot of kids, and I think there's going to be at least like 50 doctors with hemophilia in Pakistan at some point, which is great, and some engineers, and just a lot of big ambitions, and I love to see them dreaming big despite having hemophilia. I think that's one of the unintended goals of Save One Life's programs. Obviously we're trying to help them overcome some of these socioeconomic challenges, but to see the hope that it brings and the ability for them to dream about the future, I think that is one of the most powerful parts of the program. So it's been amazing in Pakistan, and especially here in Karachi, and I'm just really thankful that I got to come and see it in person and meet so many incredible people. I'm going to go home very inspired. I'm going to go home and share all of these stories with my friends, family, obviously co-workers, and try and share it as broadly as possible. But also going home knowing I have many more friends around the world, and blood brothers and sisters that I've connected with is something that I'll never forget.